Good morning, this is Drew from Atlantis and we are in North Brunswick, New Jersey. We are about to completely renovate an existing pond here for the customer. It's a pond that's located in the front of his house, so he really wanted to have this transformation completed because it's really a focal point and the curb appeal at the front of his house that he loves, and he's got a bunch of fish, a bunch of baby fish, so he wants to enlarge it, make more room for those babies to grow, and give it a nice facelift. Here's the front of the house. The customers are here watching us with his two little kids. And so we've got our maybe 7 by 10 pond here with the waterfall, little spillway on the side. I believe that's hooked up to his UV light, skimmer on the far side. So this was actually constructed in the proper fashion to get a good water flow. What it is missing though is some sort of aeration or like a jet down at the bottom. It is very deep here, so that water at the bottom really isn't getting a whole lot of circulation. The shape of this is no longer a rectangle. It's very distorted, kind of a thinner molded plastic than what Aquascape has. So we're going to upgrade this to our 1000 skimmer and a 2500 biofalls and work that in with the soil excavated from the old pond. Berm that up so it doesn't have as much of a hump look or a volcano appearance. Spread out the soil, place a couple of our outcropping stones, really give this a natural look to fit in this location. So we have got our work cut out for us, right, Ant?
Yeah.
But we're ready for this challenge. This is going to be an awesome transformation. Hang along with us. And let's, What?
Oh.
Hang along with us?
Yeah.
Instead of stay tuned?
I don't know. I kind of like stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Yeah. So as we drained out the pond and actually started taking apart some of the rock work that was around the skimmer, we noticed that there are a lot of empty holes here along this bottom side and the sides themselves. You can see that they actually have some of the screw left in them, but they actually rotted out. You can see it's happening on the top too. They're just starting to corrode, and this is actually an area for leak because I can actually stick my finger in here and get in behind the faceplate, and you could see my finger on the other end. So this seal wasn't good no more, which means that there was actually water probably leaking, coming in through the skimmer, coming out from the back of the faceplate and out the liner, causing it to leak and lose water. But it's a good thing that we're here and we're redoing it. We have a brand new 1000 skimmer that's gonna have all brand new hardware, stainless steel, so it will not rust and rot like this hardware did, and we won't run into that problem again.
So as Anthony was pointing out, there was an area of concern where a possible leak may have been occurring on the skimmer end. I'm up here on the waterfall and you can see right through the back, there is no liner attached to the biofalls on this. The only liner is down to here. There's nothing behind, nothing on the sides. So if there was a leak, it very possibly was up in this section here. Water will always find a low spot, so if there was a low spot anywhere back here, that water would have been leaking out the back. They did use plenty of foam to seal the rocks together, but that may have just been damming up water to leak out one of the sides or through the back. So we're gonna fix that all up with the new pond. You ready to kick some butt? All right. All right, good morning. Day 2 on this project. We are just getting unloaded again. We've got some more rocks. We've got some more material. We've got our plants. We've got the lights. We are going to start rocking immediately. Get our materials backed in here. We've got lots to do though, but we've got plenty of hands on deck. So let's see what happens.
These 4 guys have been super hard at work getting this pond actually pretty much 100% wrapped up, with the exception of over there where Bolivar is actually starting to put in some framework for this waterfall. He's working on that, getting a slight pitch forward so the water comes out actually back into the pond. You can see we got all of our aquatic plants in. We even got all of our light cords ran out. We just have to tighten those up by putting them in our irrigation boxes that we do. And then we can run the cord for that out to the power line. This pond has a little bit of work left to do in it, like washing it, placing a couple more rocks, and then continuing the edge work up and around the biofalls back down. You can see we have all of our aquatic lights in here as well. When we got here this morning, we also brought 2 of our holding tanks to actually fill with water, so that way as soon as we are done and this pond is clean, we can just take this water, put it right into the pond, and actually get the pond finished just like that, without having to wait for it to fill with the hose, because we know that hose pressure varies from house to house, and it is a pain to get 1,000 gallons of water out of a low pressure hose. But we do have a very nice lily along with some other plants in here that are not planted yet, and they do have some fish. They have a koi, and there are 2 catfish swimming around in here. There are some more koi. There are some very little babies, if you can see them swimming around down in there. Bolivar is just over here setting what he has left on his framework before he can get work his way actually up and back to the biofalls and make that step back. But it will not be long before he has this all finished up, because he is just the master. He knows what to do, how to do it. He knows all the tricks. He's a rock star.
Well, I know I was absent for a minute of the video here. So how did Anthony do? How did Brendan do? How did Jason do? And of course, how did Boley do? I think what I'm looking at here is, oh my goodness, is one of our nicest ponds that we built this year. This is in the front yard of the customer's house. He's gonna be opening up a salon in the house for his family to run out of the house. So this, he really wanted to make an impression as people are walking up to the front of the house. Uh-oh. So he really wanted to make an impression on the customers as they come up the driveway and go into the salon. So there was not a detail spared in putting this together. I mean, it just flows seamlessly. Such a cool shape that we decided to carve this out as. Fish cave down there, bottom aerator right over here. We've got 14 feet this way, 10 feet this way. We've got a rise of about 2 foot there for our waterfall. Skimmers right here in front of us. All that water draws right into here, gets skimmed out, filters back up to the top over there, and just has great circulation. We've got 2 water lilies in here and tons of aquatic plants around the outside. So this gravel was here in the garden space before, but I think repurposing it and kind of blending in some of these outcropping stones just seamlessly extends this and makes it actually appear a little bit larger than what it is. We had to gain access through some of his existing landscaping, so these were pulled out, but then we planted them back in. Same on the far side over there, but the way the pockets were made And then the fish were already transferred back in, and they are already kind of swimming around, just exploring all the little nooks and crannies and just checking out their new house. But the plants, the mulch, I mean, all of these little fine finishing details is what makes this pond one of our signature ponds.